Hello, welcome to Appliance Master Live. I'm Bill, and today I have a typical compressor that's commonly found in your refrigerator, might be in a wine cooler, ice machine. They're very common, used in a lot of different things all around your home. This compressor, these things are sturdy, durable, reliable, they're tough to break, and it's also encased in steel. Quickly on the outside, you have electrical connections here that go through the case. You have the process stub, suction line, and discharge line. So that's the outside. We also cut through this so we can take a look inside, see what parts here. So when we take off the lid, you can see the process stub and the suction line just empty into the shell. So that just goes in to the shell right there. So, and looking down into this guy here, or maybe it's a girl, I'm not sure. What happens, the shell, we have refrigerant vapor inside this case. And the vapor is drawn into this collection chamber. The piston then drives the vapor into this tube on the other side. This tube just works her way around, comes out here, and it is forced out the discharge line. So it's really elegant and simple, and these things are hard to break. So again, one of the most reliable parts of your refrigerator. So I'm going to take a little deeper look, and we are going to go take a look inside. Okay, so with this thing taken apart, this is the electric motor, and you can see this this pin is, these three is what connects it to the external part, so you can run it. And okay, I also want you to take note of these springs here. There's 3 springs, one missing here, 3 springs that support this inside the shell. Okay, and what we have moving right along here, we have this vapor collection chamber where the vapor came in. I just showed you that a minute ago. And the piston is what does the work. The motor turns and the piston goes back and forth and drives vapor through. This is one of the valves. It's a very simple piece of steel cut out, and as the vapor comes, it just opens and closes this valve. I'll try to get that closer. So that it just opens and closes that valve, like that. All right? So again, there's very little that can go wrong with these things. This is a valve body, and this is also just the other valve. There's an in out. Again, screws hold together. This assembly together on the front of here. One of the most critical components of this entire setup is right here in the jar. This oil helps keep all these parts lubricated and keep it running. And if you notice, it's slightly amber. That's the way you want it to look. Keep it clean and clear like that. What happens is, just like if you're cooking, when you're cooking in the fry pan, if you get oil too hot, it's going to burn and it'll become darker. It'll also can become more viscous, gets thicker, so it's harder for these parts to operate. It's harder for the piston to move. So it's important that you keep your compressor running at the right temperature so you don't burn your oil. And before we go, I want to show you one last thing here. This is that, looking down the shell of the compressor here, you see there's 3 posts. This post here, here, and here. It's like those posts are what this compressor sit on. And basically, it's gravity and the shell that are holding it in place. But then again, there's not contact between the top of this and the shell. So what's important to remember, if you're moving your refrigerator, it's like maybe sometimes you hear noises like that. That's the motor hitting the inside shell. But if you're going to transport the refrigerator and you try to lay it on its side, you could dislodge one of the springs from the supports, and there's no way to put it back on. That would be a problem. So it's always, if you can, transport refrigerators generally upright to protect against that. So remember, please like or share this video, and you can always find us at APPLIANCEMASTER.com. Thanks for tuning in today, and hopefully we'll see you next week.